Howard County Federation is an interesting concept. Howard County is only 40 years old. The Jewish community in Howard County is the same age, and the Federation started as a Jewish council trying to bring people together.
The Federation supports in a very, very big way all of the religious schools in Howard County, every single one of them, so that every child has a place to go for religious school and doesn't worry because their family can't afford it. Some of our funds goes to Jewish Community Services. That's a very large part of what we fund, and they help the people out in the community that need social services. This could be everything from someone who has no insurance and no money to pay to somebody who has insurance and would like to come to see our social workers. We work with seniors, we work with children, we work with teens. We're initiating a teen campaign which will engage teenagers in what it means to be a fundraiser and what it means to do community building.
So I think that the awareness needs to be built. I think people who know about the Federation feel that it is asking for money and fundraising, and I don't think that the community sees the value in community and building a Jewish community, building programs, and I don't know if they really know where the dollars go.
Well, I will tell you that both my parents are Holocaust survivors, and when they came to the United States, they came over under the auspices of HIAS, which is the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society. And I always remember them telling me the story that when my father would work and my mother would work full-time, on the weekends they would go to New York and they would buy underwear. And then they would bring it back to Washington, D.C. and sell it on the street corners. And whatever money they made from that, they donated back to, then it was UJA or HIAS, to the organization which helped them get to the United States.
The HIAS and the Joint brought my family here. They gave my family money that brought us here and sustained us in the United States for the first few months of being here. And everything that I've done for the Jewish community ever since has been a payback for that, because we ended up having a wonderful life, and I probably would have never been what I am if it weren't for the fact that the Associated Jewish Charities brought us to this country.
Well, first of all, growing up, I was raised in a very Jewish community, and I feel like moving out here, the Jewish community is quite spread out, and my children had the experience through preschool and through Hebrew school, but I just feel like I needed to kind of try to find a way to make their, life experience and mine feel like more like what I grew up with.
Well, I've always been affiliated with the Jewish community, but I guess last year I went to Israel for 2 months, and the Howard County Jewish Federation gave me a scholarship and helped me to go to Israel. So I feel as if it's my duty to give back to the community.
I've always had a very rich and strong Jewish identity, but in a secular way, not so much as a participant in the overall Jewish community activities. So Federation has been to me a great connector for me to my Jewish identity.
It's important to me because I know that if Jews don't give to other Jews, then no one else will do it. And I feel that we're such a small percentage of the population that we really need to support those who are in need. And there's so many other Jewish people who are in need. I think a lot of Jewish people don't really realize what the need, where the need is, and I believe that that's what the Federation is all about.
The role of leaders can be defined in many ways. It's not just how much money you give. Yes, that's important, but I also think leadership is defined in terms of time and resources, and I think that we have to move away from how much money people give to the time and the value that those people can bring.
The one thing I think about when I think about Federation is community.
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 Community. That's probably the one word that best describes it.
I think just bringing people into the program, bringing people making people aware of what their obligation is. When I meet with people, I try to explain to them that I really view this as your obligation. A few people probably give just because they give, but I think we really need to educate people so that they understand why they're giving, and that creates someone who participates and who willingly gives and increases their giving.
My children have seen that I've served on board of directors of Jewish institutions, and they know that I give money, although they don't necessarily know the extent. And they know that this is what it takes to be a committed Jew, someone who doesn't sit back and let others do, but we all do together, and together we are a stronger community.
I think it's imperative that we not only lead by example, but we ask others to get involved.
Our oldest daughter, who's 36, is now a national leader in the APAC organization. She learned from examples from us, and now she's teaching her friends how important it is to be active and bringing them into the different organizations that she belongs to.
The Jewish Federation has changed through the years tremendously. When I first came to live in Howard County, which was about 40 years ago, my awareness of the Jewish Federation was practically nil because there wasn't much of a presence. And as the years have gone and as the Jewish community has increased and as the campaign has increased, we've been able to do more and more things in the community. So now the Jewish Federation of Howard County is really quite an impressive force.
I think it's a great feeling to help other people. I think it's a great feeling to see your community, especially your Jewish community, grow. Help each other, know that you're making a difference. Well, I've seen us both grow as a community. I've seen us have more programs, more money to help the schools, more money to help the temples. I've seen the community be stronger. I've seen people be more involved. I've seen them help each other. And it's been a nice thing to see in Howard County.
We have programs like Tat Shabbat. We have programs like Mommy and Me. We have Rosh Chodesh, which is for middle school girls. We have middle school dances in the county. We have senior programs. We have a great organization just for me called Oxygen, and Oxygen is for that next gen, that 25 to 40-year-old group that we're really trying to reach. And we have so many more things that we'd love to do, but that all takes money. So yeah, we may have a reputation that, oh, the Federation, they're on the phone, they're calling for more money, but we're doing so much with the money that you give us, and you're being so generous to us. You really are. We'd like you to be more generous, of course, but we really appreciate everything that you do for us. We just want you to know that we're not just about the money. We're not just about making the phone calls and the phone-a-thons and the sending out the mail, and that's not what we're all about. Okay? It's all those different programs that touch all those different lives here in Howard County.
I can say that we have enjoyed many years of involvement in the community, from activities on small committees to chairing committees, from the Jewish Community School to the Federation to the Purim Carnival committees, and we have tried to take part in many of the projects that have been executed over the years. We would hope that people all over the county would each do their part so that the community can thrive and prosper, and the members of the community can feel a great connection to the Jewish community of Howard County.